Hello, hello, my beautiful friend. Can you hear all these birds? It's springtime. It is so beautiful out here this morning. Come on, let's go on a walk together and let's talk. In today's walk and talk, walking is one of the tools I use. I guess that would just be everyday living, but for me it's a tool of recovery. Going out, getting fresh air, getting some movement in. It's not easy. It is not easy, but I have to make myself do it. Anyway, today's topic is the power of simply showing up in recovery. And some other random thoughts. I'm going to get to that in a minute, but I have decided I'm going to make a playlist on my channel that's going to have other creators' videos in there as it relates to visualization. I'm getting a lot of emails on the how-to, the logistics of visualization. On my channel, I am just posting, one visual from my morning round every day. And I don't really get into how to do visualization or why to do it or what's the benefits, all that good stuff. I don't even do pattern interrupts with mine or anything, because I know everyone's doing probably different programs or have a different way of doing that. I try to just stick with the visual itself, because I don't even do my pattern interrupts with my visuals. This walk and talk is usually my time for pattern interrupting. But yeah, I haven't really gotten into the how-to, and I honestly don't feel qualified. Maybe this is my imposter syndrome speaking. Part of me that wants to shrink and stay small, not take up space. I'm working on that one. She's part of this journey. But yeah, I feel like there's other people who are much better at explaining this stuff. And actually, my friend, she's always sending me the best YouTube videos on this stuff. And she sent me one yesterday, and I clicked on it, and it was such a good how-to on visual. I'm going to, it's so frustrating. My links still don't work. I don't know why. I started my channel, I started it at when TikTok went black in January. They kicked us off of TikTok, and I impatiently started another social account because I was like, well, that's not going to work anymore. So I decided to try YouTube, but it turned out good. But so, where was I even going with that? Oh yeah, my links don't work. So I will describe it. It's Christina Choi. I'll put it in the description. It's called Why Visualize. It's really, really good. I suggest if you aren't familiar with the logistics, I think I just assume anyone coming to my channel, they're already doing their own visuals. This is a good resource for a lazy day or when you're just off. A lot of times I find it easier to listen to other people's visuals when I just don't have the energy to do my own, or I just don't feel creative, I just can't get the details in. I don't know, just on my off days. So I just kind of assume those are the people coming, they already know what they're doing. But if you don't, check her out. Even if you do, I found it really helpful. And she explains why to do them, when to do them, what kinds you can do, the benefits. It's really a good 101 on it. Yeah, and back to what I was saying, I'm going to add a playlist from now on, and anything that I come across that is helpful in explaining the nuts and bolts of visualization, because this isn't new agey visualization necessarily. It's specifically neuroplasticity for recovery from chronic conditions as one of the many tools that you can use. So it's very niche. But yeah, I'll just add anything I come across that's useful because, like I said, I feel like I am no one to be speaking on this subject. For one, it took me forever to figure out how to make it work for me. I finally did, and now I'm really enjoying it. It's really helpful. It's really working really, really well. I am coming up on month 5, and yeah, I'm in. Surprisingly, I thought I just couldn't do it. I thought I just really sucked at it. I thought it just wasn't for me. But once I got it right, which I've talked about in some other videos, where I had to just make it so unserious and just have fun with it. It's no longer like this chore where I have to force myself to do it. And it's like my nervous system is kicking and screaming the whole time and it just can't get into it. I think I was coming at it with this very like fix it attitude. I'm going to be repeating myself because I know I've talked about this recently, but it's like I had to just make it fun. Like when you're a kid and you're just imagining all the different things that you could be and do, and make it playful and light and just creative and so unserious. And now I look forward to it. Now I actually like doing it. It's fun. I actually get the dose from it. Before, I wasn't getting any dose. I really struggle with like DPDR, derealization, depersonalization, and just dissociation. Just, I don't know how to explain it. Everything's just fuzzy and foggy, and I feel like one of the things that is one of my symptoms is just feeling disconnected. Like I can't feel anything good, I can't feel anything bad. And I just thought, oh, I just am one of those people that can't freaking feel the dose. But now I feel it all the time. I feel it so much. I'm always smiling in my visualizations. I always leave feeling amazing. And okay, so this leads me to actually the topic that I was going to talk about. And if I talk really fast when I'm on my walks, I try to walk fast, so my energy's up and I'm talking faster. In my visualizations, I'm really slow. But I guess that's a good balance, right? Okay, so the power of simply showing up. When I was listening to that video yesterday on visualization, I don't know why. This has been coming to me anyways. I was talking about the other day just abiding in God. Just showing up into godly places. Prayer, reading your Bible. Like, I don't even think you need to be, this is my own experience. I will say I have recovered from this thing before. And I'm in a setback again. And I'm having to come back and learn this again. And so this is just me speaking from my own experience, but sometimes I think we can complicate this recovery process. And it's like sometimes I think all you got to do is just show up. You don't even need to get anything right. You can be doing everything wrong, but if you just show up in the recovery places, around the recovery people, around the proper ideas, if you just show up into a different environment than what you're in, and you stay there for a minute, just that kind of like mirror neurons, just being immersed in that energy can be so healing. Sometimes I think we get ourselves into these places, into these environments, slowly over time, drip by drip, brick by brick. We don't even notice until it's become so deep and so thick and so solid. Then suddenly we wake up and we're like, oh, I don't want to be here. This doesn't feel good. And I feel like just taking a risk, going out on a limb, doing something different, just getting into a different space, even if you're doing everything wrong, just being around people who are healed or people who know what they're doing Because I feel like we can get really deep into this program of quote unquote sickness. We can become so identified with it, it becomes us. We're never stuck, but our pattern is a stuck pattern. It believes we're stuck, it thinks we're stuck, it feels like we're stuck, and it plays over and over and over again like a broken record. And we're stuck. That's what we believe, and that's what we experience, and we attract that stuckness on every level because that's the vibe we're in. We're magnets. We're attracting everything that's going to reinforce that to us. And I'm not saying this is easy to get out of, but it's almost like we have to have the awareness to kind of step out of that and be like, I'm not that. This is just a program that I created to keep myself safe. Because at some point in my life, I didn't feel safe. I had to come up with a maladaptive coping mechanism. I did the best I could. Maybe I was a kid and I didn't know how to do this. I was just trying to figure it out the best I could. And I've operated in this program for this long. And finally, I'm waking up and saying, oh, this doesn't serve me. And guess what? We are the master. We created it. We can uncreate it. It might take time. It might take awareness. We have to disidentify with that. And we have to get ourselves around, for example, an unstuck environment. And sometimes all we have to do is just sit there and soak in the nutrients, soak in the sun and the water there. We can be like little wildflowers coming up through the concrete. And we look in the field across from us and there's all these beautiful, huge, magnificent, well-fed sunflowers. And we can look at ourselves and we can be like, oh, I suck. I'm not like them. Look how beautiful they are. But we don't realize they have everything they need. They're privileged. They have luxury. And that doesn't make us any less. If anything, we're stronger because we're coming up through concrete and we're doing it. Against all odds, we're doing it. But we still need that water. We still need that sunshine. And can you imagine if you were transplanted into that field? What would happen? Friend, this is for me too. My walk and talks are like a pattern interrupt for myself. You are not flawed. You are not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You were designed to flourish. You were designed to become a big, beautiful sunflower. That is in your makeup. That is who you are. You are healed. You are strong. You are capable. And you got this program around you that's like the pavement, the concrete, is making it harder to be who you were meant to be. It doesn't change who you are. You're not fundamentally flawed. Your brain's not broken. Your body's not broken. Sometimes I think we can look at people who recover or are recovered and we're like, that's for them, not for me. I'm different. I'm much worse off. They don't have what I have. No, they just put themselves in an environment where they could grow and flourish. And they stayed there until they grew and flourished. So it's like we have to immerse ourselves in a different kind of program that reminds us of who we are. I'm the most skeptical person. I'm the least religious person. Trust me, but I went out on a limb and I'm like, you know what, let's try this Christian rewiring. People are bragging about it. Let's just try it. Why not? And it completely changed everything. It reminded me of who I truly am and the authority and power that I have. I'm not a victim. If anything, I'm powerful. I've just been believing a lie. And anyways, just being in that energy can change you. If you feel like you're just getting it all wrong and you can't seem to get it right, just show up. Back to the visualizations. I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't do visualizations the first time I recovered. I take that back. I had one visual that I did. It was the same one over and over again. I didn't even know visualization was a thing for mind-body recovery, but I did it sometimes. Okay, so this is proof. You don't need that to recover because I did it. And I mean, I recovered from anxiety, depression, chronic DPDR. I'm not talking the easy kind that just comes and goes. I'm talking like thick, solid, and like 50 plus symptoms of mind-body stuff, all kinds of stuff. And I recovered from it. So it's proof you don't need visualization to recover. It's one tool. Check out that video that I'm going to put in the description, because she talks about how it's one tool, and it might work for you and it might not. But okay, that is kind of off topic. But so when I tried to get visualization in this time, because I thought, let's try it. And I struggle with anxiety. It came back in a setback. And my mind's always imagining bad things. Like, that just goes with the territory for me. Oh, I have such a good imagination. It's so funny that I thought I couldn't visualize, because I have a really great imagination. it just imagines scary things. So just showing up every morning. Just showing up. I didn't know what the hell I was doing when I started. I just showed up. And I kept showing up. And I kept showing up. Like, if you go back to my first visuals, which aren't even really my first visuals, honestly, because I didn't start my YouTube channel until TikTok went dark. I was already working on the visualization tool for a couple months. But yeah, if you go back, they're so lame. They still are pretty lame, but you can tell I've gotten way more into it, way more emotional with it, having a lot more fun. Anyways, I just showed up. I just kept showing up and being willing to screw it up and get it wrong and just keep showing up. And I guess my encouragement to you is, if you feel like you're getting it all wrong, you can't figure it out, you keep trying all this stuff and it doesn't work, and you're just frustrated, like, just trust me when I say this, okay? I recovered 10 years ago. And I got my life back. And I'm telling you, almost everything that I did was simply just showing up around the people, the places, and the things that could potentially maybe help me. And just staying in there long enough that my mind started to be transformed. My thoughts started to change. I started having a different perspective. Slowly, it's like it just starts to chip away. You don't even need to do anything. It will come. I'm not saying you need to be complacent and you don't need to take any action. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying we don't need to try so hard. It will come. It will come. I feel like all this stuff that we try to like force and do to get in the parasympathetic, it's like when you're in the parasympathetic, all that comes naturally. It's gonna be loud for a sec. That guy looks like he's having fun. I'm gonna do that visualization. Get on a motorcycle, ride around town. That sounds fun. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so all of that stuff is naturally what we do when we're in parasympathetic. We don't have to sit and try to do it. We are taking action. We're not being complacent. We're doing all the things, but we just don't think about it. It's just a natural side effect of being relaxed. Just being at ease, feeling safe, all those things. And it's like, I feel like we artificially try to piece it together, and it's so janky. And I'm not saying that we can't, we do need to retrain ourselves to be in that state. We've gotten so out of practice. I feel like half of the battle is just retraining yourself out of these old habits that don't serve you. And it takes time. And I think a lot of people get really impatient. It took me 2 years of just like pure agony, pure suffering. I didn't know about any of this stuff. I was winging it on my own. I had no idea what I was doing. But then years later, when I got back in this, I look and I'm like, oh, I had it all right. I mean, there's freaking programs built on the stuff that I did. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a name for it. I might not have done it exactly the way that they say you're supposed to do it, but I was doing it all. Minus maybe like visualization. I had my own way of doing it. And I did it for years. And the only time this thing came back is when I stopped doing those things. Because my daughter got cancer and all I cared about was saving her. I was like, we can deal with me later. I don't care about self-care right now. It was like the last thing on my mind. I went back into survival mode. Let's fight this thing, let's win this thing, and then I can get back to me. And it just goes to show, there is a recipe to getting in this thing, and there is a recipe to getting out of it. And I don't care. I hear leaders in the business all the time being like, oh, once you get out, you'll never... If you do the things you used to do, I don't care. There is something deep in you that will come out and say, no. No, we will not live that way. And it will remind you, and it will push you to get back on the right track until you do. It will make you learn what you need to learn. So, anyway, if you feel like you're getting it all wrong, just show up. Just show up. Give yourself time. Don't get impatient. The brain, the body, it needs time. Our spirits have to change first. I was talking about this in my last walk and talk. We change first on a spiritual level, and it takes time for it to happen in the physical. This is my experience in recovery before. This is what's helping me this time again. We have to surround ourselves as well as we can in this higher frequency, this higher vibration, and we have to stay there as well as we can. And things will naturally start to align. It's kind of like we're on this lower level. We're in this more dense, dark, just yucky frequency that we don't want to be in. And we keep doing the same things over and over again. We keep entertaining the same thoughts. It's like this big, huge recipe. All these things are working together to keep us here. It takes so much strength to go up to that next level and hang out there and stay there. You don't need to do anything except stay there. Everything will happen for you. The things that you need, the people that you need, the support, the foods, the thoughts, the actions, it will all happen. It will be a natural side effect. For me, just sitting in the visualizations and feeling the happy feelings is enough. It's changing me. Just doing like the Christian rewiring that I did the last 30 days and just being in that environment is changing me. I don't have to work hard. I don't have to try hard. It's like I just gave it all to God. And I'm like, you can do this. I can't. I'm going to just hang around you. You are healing. I don't need healed. I need to immerse myself in you and you'll do it for me. That doesn't mean that you don't do anything. You'll be doing more than you ever did before. When you rise up to that healed frequency, when you align with that, it's not that you're not healed, it's just you're not aligned with it. You're not doing the actions that a healed person does. You're not thinking in the way that they think. We have to retrain ourselves. That will come. That will come. You don't have to force it. You don't have to struggle. Struggle and force is that lower frequency, and you're just going to keep creating that same kind of thing. If you don't know what you're doing, this is my advice, and I feel qualified to say this because the truth is that God did heal me the first time. He did. I won't deny it. I was basically atheist when I had my first crash. And I had to humble myself extremely. And I had to come to God and be like, I don't know what to do. The anxiety was so bad. The panic attacks were so bad. It got to such an extreme state, unfortunately, I had to get there for me to just like humble myself and be like, you know, I don't obviously know what I'm doing. I created a big mess. I need help. And let me just see if this God guy's real. I don't know. And he healed me. He did. And he kept me healed for years. And you know when I got sick again? It was when my daughter passed of cancer. And I was pissed at God. I said, I don't believe in you anymore. If you even are there, you have to be a terrible God to sit and watch. I just didn't understand it. I'm like, how can I, a mere human, so flawed, sit in a children's cancer unit for 2 years and cry for these children that I don't even know? Cry for these families. My heart got broken. I talk about, like, on a core level, my heart is broken. My heart got broken. And it wasn't just grief. It was like a spiritual crisis. I was like, I have no one to lean on. I can't even trust in God. God can't even heal my daughter. What makes me think he can help me? He can't even heal these innocent children who did nothing wrong. Me, I'm flawed. I'm sinful. I'm dirty. I'm messed up. I deserve it. People in prison, give them cancer, murderers. But don't come after these children. And I couldn't understand it. And everything just came apart. And I was like, I don't want anything to do with you. I'll figure this out on my own. Christians around me were saying, you can't be mad at God. And I was like, well, I'm mad. Am I not supposed to be mad that my daughter passed? An innocent kid? And all these other kids? And what I witnessed for 2 years? I mean, we lived at that hospital. And I'm not allowed to be mad? And then at the same time, I'm having to get back into all this healing work because I've relapsed from all the stress. And I was like, whenever I talk about God, trust me, I have been on the other side. I have been on the other side. I am not out here preaching, oh, you need to find God, blah, blah, blah. I am like, I have been to the deepest, darkest places. If I have found God, there's a damn good reason. You know, if I'm talking about God, it's because it truly did help me. I don't say it lightly. I don't say it casually. I don't say it inauthentically. I'm not out here trying to save people. Anyway. But yeah, I was like, well, if he can't even handle me at my worst. Now, I don't believe all this is true, but at the moment, they were painting God like he can't handle my shit. So I was like, you know, I'm going to get through this on my own. And if you can't handle me at my worst, you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best. I hope this isn't triggering for anyone. If it is, I'm sorry. This is just me. This is my journaling space. I'm just throwing up on the page. This is therapy for me because I suck at journaling. I suck at writing. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to get through this, and then you don't deserve me. If I figure it out on my own, then I don't need you. And I was getting into all this healing work, and it's like, you can't be repressing your emotion. I'm the worst at that. I am the worst at that. I have to try extra hard to not repress my emotions because, you know, this is what happened to me this time. It's like for 2 years, I pushed down my emotions. I pushed them down to be strong for my kid. Pushed them down. And they're oozing out of my body now as physical symptoms. They told me I had long COVID. It's not that I don't believe in long COVID. I think people really do have it. But I'm like, no, this is a spiritual, emotional sickness. My body is holding so much heaviness. It's like the energy channels are blocked. It can't express, so it has to express through my body. My body is screaming out at me, hey, pay attention to the inside. I was like, I cannot hold this anger back anymore. I need to process it. She's gone now. I've got to process this. Now it's time. I got so much chronic fatigue after she passed. It was like my body was like, finally, we can release. And I was like, and I'm not allowed to be angry? Okay, I am so glad I found Kaika because he's the one I did the 30-day program with, and it makes such a huge difference who you're learning from. Because he started to show me, oh, actually, I just had the wrong idea. I was interpreting this in the wrong way. People told me the wrong things. And I got to change my perspective. I need to truly understand. And I need somebody who can truly deliver it in a way that helps me understand. And it all made sense, finally. And yeah, so all I did was show up. All I did was show up. The anxiety is pretty much gone. The depression is pretty much gone. It was being chipped away with the happy visualizations and just being playful and fun. Showing up every morning, immersing myself in happy energy. And I do not think you need to not be real and authentic. And when shit comes up, you shouldn't just be, not like hot toxic positivity, but it's almost like some of us can get in such a negative rut. We do have to like purposefully re-immerse ourselves in something happy. It could be almost like an addiction. We're addicted to drama. We're addicted to fixing. We're addicted to just feeling rotten. And it's not like on a conscious level we are. We don't want to feel this way. But on a subconscious, it's like we're addicted to that. Can you just sit there and do nothing and just feel all the feels and not react to it? No, that feels awful, at least for me. That feels terrible. I don't want to do that. I want to fill my mind and my life with distraction. Because I don't want to feel that. It feels bad. So anyway, this is not to say that, you just need to be toxic. There's a place for all these different tools. This is a mind-body thing. This is a whole person thing. We have to look at so many different levels. But if you're feeling frustrated and you're like, nothing's working, just show up and hang out there. You just hang out there. It will transform you. The action will come out of that naturally. Okay, that is all I have for today. Man, this was a long one. I needed to actually, I have been not feeling that well. I've gone a little bit backwards and my walks have been shorter. This was good motivation to get out here for a little longer today. Okay, well that's it. I think I'm gonna end it here. Bye.